USC capitalizing on that momentum they gained from the last few days leading up to National Signing Day 2017, already off to landing 6 commits from the ESPN 300, and the latest is a linebacker out of one of the great high school factories in the nation for football, Las Vegas, Bishop Gorman. Nick Dempsey joining me, as always, from Conquest Chronicles to break down the USC situation, Nick.
Yeah, this guy, Palaie Gaoteote, the fourth, mind you. He committed over the weekend on Sunday. He posted a tweet that he talked it over with his family and worked it out with everybody. And he told 247 Sports that he picked USC because it just he liked the fit. And it just felt right in his heart to go to USC. This guy is a 5-star recruit. He is rated as the nation's best linebacker, outside linebacker, according to 247 Sports. And he had scholarship offers from basically a who's who of all of the top playoff contenders and conference championship contenders: Alabama, Notre Dame, UCLA, all of the Washington, Ohio State. All of the big names that you would expect. The guy had tons of offers. Basically, he could write his own ticket. I don't think anyone would have turned him down if he said, I want to go there. Ohio State actually was in the lead. Ohio State's Urban Meyer and company have sort of set up a pipeline from Ohio State to Bishop Gorman. And they got the likes of guys like Tate Martell and other elite recruits out of there. And so a lot of the experts had Gaoteote going to Ohio State. They thought that was the overwhelming favorite. But he decided that he's going to verbally commit to USC. And this actually gives USC already the hands down the best linebacking core out of the 2018 class, because they've got Gaoteote is the number one outside linebacker. They've got the 14th best outside linebacker. Bo Calvert has verbally committed. He's a 4-star. And then 4-star outside linebacker recruit Raymond Scott, who's rated as the 3rd best. So they've got 3 outside linebackers in the top 14 in the nation verbally committed already. Gaoteote is one of 2 5-stars already committed. So this USC is just basically, they took all that momentum they had from National Signing Day, literally 16 days ago, about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, sorry, and has carried it over already into a bunch of early commits. They've got 4 4-stars, 2 5-stars committed. And you look at the highlights on this Gaoteote, and he is incredibly disruptive. Like, he just is able to find the gap in the offensive line and disrupt plays. He gets a tremendous amount of pressure. He blows up all kinds of running plays. He's just very explosive. And if it's one thing USC always needs in their 5-2, they need their outside linebackers to be able to get pressure and penetration. This kid does it probably better than just about anyone in the 2018 class, and he could have an impact on day one. They've got a lot of talent there already and a lot more coming in, but as explosive as this kid is, he could really come in from day one and change things up at the depth chart.
You can size up the 2018 USC push this way as well, Nick. According to 247 Sports, there have been 14 out of the top 14 players for 2018. 6 have made a commitment to a school. USC has 2 of the 6. And this outside linebacker, you've got 41st rated in the country, according to ESPN. 247 likes him a whole lot better at number 14, regardless of position. And again, number 1 at the outside linebacker position, 1 of 3. I don't know where all these guys are going to play when they're set at outside linebacker, or should be, over the next 3 seasons or so. There's no question about that.
Yeah, I have to give USC a ton of credit in recruiting, because, you know, how many times, Mark, have you and I talked about the defensive front 7 for USC is their weak spot? They're scary thin. They don't have a lot of talent there. Well, 2017, they brought in defensive ends left and right and defensive tackles. They built the defensive line in 2017. And already in 2018, they're building up the linebacker spot. So you got to give these guys credit. What was once the scariest part about this unit is quickly becoming probably my favorite part about this team. And the future for the USC defensive front seven is going to be incredibly good and a lot of fun to watch. And this is just another huge building block. And another thing I'll say for USC, last year in recruiting classes, Helton is really finished. He was a late closer, kind of a slow starter, had a lot of 3 stars, but not a lot of elite guys. And then the last couple of weeks before signing day, he'd close with a bunch of big names. Well, this year he's starting off strong. He's opening almost just as well as he's closing. So if this is where he's starting and he's going to continue to build, very exciting National Signing Day for USC in about a year from now. So good things are coming. They've got a long way to go before they're competing with the likes of Alabama and Ohio State for the playoffs. But they've got a lot of good things, and it's just an exciting time for USC.
Palaie Gaoteote. So the name doesn't roll off the tongue quite yet, but if he makes enough big plays for the Trojans, USC fans will be praising the name Gaoteote for a number of years here and probably onward to the NFL draft. But we won't get ahead of ourselves, but we're talking about the cream of the crop. USC has landed 6 for next February, and this is the latest. Nick Dempsey from Conquest Chronicles on SB Nation joining us as always to break down the USC football scene. Thanks a lot, Nick.
Of course, Mark, anytime.